Tonight, the worst air quality in the world. Cities smothered by a new round of wildfire smoke. The acrid atmosphere in North America and beyond.
I've never seen it like this in all my years I've lived down here.
A menace on the move and impacting millions. A stabbing rampage at a Canadian university.
He pulled out a knife, and after that, everybody just ran out.
Our initial reaction was to just, to barricade the doors.
The attack and the takedown. Plus, the NHL draft and a dream come true.
From the Regina Pats, the Western Hockey League, Connor Bedard.
A breakaway moment for Canada's Connor Bedard.
CTV National News with Omar Sachedina.
Good evening, everyone. Skylines in major cities across North America were barely visible today, as more than 120 million people were under special air quality alerts. If you take a close look, you might be able to make out the CN Tower in Toronto, which today had the worst air quality in the world. This map of the continent shows just how far Canadian wildfire smoke has spread. The areas in red indicating where the threat is most severe. CTV's Heather Butts with the impacts, the warnings, and how long the smoke will linger.
This is what the Toronto skyline looks like on a typical day in June. Today, a thick blanket of smoke covered the city's core, with conditions worsening by the afternoon, affecting millions in southern Ontario and Quebec.
You can feel it a little bit when you start breathing a bit differently. And it's concerning if it keeps happening.
People in Windsor woke up to some of the worst conditions, with the city's air quality index reaching very high risk.
It's amazing to me that it comes this far.
Smoke from Canadian wildfires now stretching into the U.S., with Chicago at one point topping the charts for the worst air quality in the world.
Tell it smells like a campfire out here.
And now invading Europe, with smoke captured in the Azores Islands. Wind is the biggest factor.
The atmosphere being three-dimensional, it can come north, south, east, west, but also up and down. So it really depends on how the atmosphere is pushing that smoke down towards the surface.
Those high levels of air pollution causing health concerns for people with chronic conditions, elderly and pregnant women.
Inhaling this smoke doesn't just affect our lungs, it actually ends up affecting our blood vessels, affecting our heart. We see impacts on the brain, so on mental health.
Some municipalities canceled outdoor activities, while Canada Post pulled letter carriers off some city streets today. Health authorities in eastern Montreal are expected to hand out N95 masks to those most vulnerable.
An N95 mask is very effective in alleviating the inhalation of these small particles.
With an unprecedented fire season, the heavy haze won't be short-lived.
As long as those fires are continuing, air quality is going to be a concern for the general public.
While there is a chance of showers in the next few days, the rain amounts are not significant over active fire areas. And meteorologists say there's also a risk of lightning, which could spark more flames. Heather Butts, CTV News, Toronto.
All that smoke is taking a toll on air travel in the U.S. Thousands of flights were grounded today, but weather was not to blame for this emergency landing in North Carolina. A Delta plane screeched to a halt on the runway without its front wheels due to a malfunction. No one was hurt. The cabin erupted in applause from relieved passengers. That sentiment is not being shared by those stranded at airports across North America. CTV's Alberta Bureau Chief Bill Fortier on the frustration.
Long lines and short tempers at New Jersey's Newark Liberty Airport today, with hundreds of cancellations and delays.
This was one flight that was canceled Tuesday.
This Louisiana woman is trying to get home. She's been stuck here since Sunday.
I missed the wedding Sunday.
Whose wedding was it?
My mom.
Across the U.S., at least 6,000 flights have been grounded or delayed today because of extreme weather.
They just gave us a flight for July 3rd. It's difficult. We just want to go home.
This Canadian Muay Thai team was stuck in Iowa after a tournament.
We're really excited to go to Chicago and then fly to Calgary, but that flight got delayed because of weather.
Even if they made it to Calgary yesterday, they may have been delayed there too.
YYC, nothing is working. No check-in, nothing.
A transformer failure in the afternoon shut off power, causing dozens of cancellations and slowing the entire operation.
Very frustrating. We were coming in from Rome, and after a 10-hour flight, just to only be sitting down for an hour and a half, it was a long wait.
Airport officials say there was a second problem when a backup system also didn't work. Power wasn't fully restored until after 9 p.m.
We did have a failure across a couple of fronts. We're doing the investigation.
The disruption here and across the U.S. comes ahead of a long weekend for both countries, the unofficial start of what's expected to be a busy travel season. Federal agencies say you should expect busy airports in the coming months and arrive even earlier than you normally would.
You want to leave plenty of time to go through security screening so you can relax before you board your flight.
And if you're spending Canada Day south of the border, be prepared. The frustration could get even worse. Tomorrow is expected to be the busiest travel day of the long weekend. Omar.
All right, Bill, thanks. What's left of the sub that attempted to make a journey to the Titanic was brought ashore today in Newfoundland. Along with the debris, the U.S. Coast Guard revealed another disturbing find: presumed human remains that have been carefully recovered within the wreckage at the site of the incident. NTV's Mary-Kate O'Neill was there for the somber arrival.
The vessel carrying the wreckage of the Titan submersible returned to St. John's Harbor today. And if you were here at the harbor front, you could actually see some pieces of debris being carried off the Horizon Arctic and onto flatbeds, where it was then covered in tarp and being shipped to a location that is actually unknown at this time. We can assume that it's going to stay here in St. John's, Newfoundland, as Canadian and U.S. officials conduct their investigations into why and how the submersible imploded. It was a bit of an eerie mood today when you were here at the harbor front watching that debris being taken off, because of course now we know that no crew members are returning with that debris. And it was last Thursday, almost a week now, since that debris was found on the ocean floor near the wreckage of the Titanic. And these debris pieces will actually be kind of pieces like a puzzle for us to be able to see what really happened down there and why and how, again, the submersible imploded.
NTV's Mary-Kate O'Neill in St. John's tonight. Thank you. Terrifying moments at an Ontario university today after a man went on a stabbing rampage. Several people were sent to hospital. CTV's Heather Wright with the horrifying witness accounts.
Just after 3:30 this afternoon, violence and panic at the University of Waterloo when an armed man walked into a gender issues class.
The guy basically walked in and asked the teacher if he was a professor. He said yeah, then he pulled out a knife.
Then the guy attacked our professor with two very big knife from the very big backpack.
Students immediately ran from the class. Others in the building could hear screaming. Jackson Yan was on another floor and got a text from a friend.
He said to me, "Yo, there's someone running around with two blades, going around and attacking people."
In total, 3 people were taken to hospital with stab wounds.
There was a kid that was stabbed. He was bleeding, like with his arm.
All injuries are considered non-life threatening. Police arrested 1 man at the scene.
I can't speak to motive at this time. Obviously, we're under investigation currently. We do have investigators with our person under arrest, determining that right now.
Police would not confirm whether the suspect is a student, but would only say they are a member of the school community. The university says support is available for anyone who needs it.
This is a terrible incident for anybody in the class that was affected. So immediately we've worked with our partners at Impact with the Canadian Association of Mental Health to have counsellors on scene both here at Hagey Hall and elsewhere on campus.
The University of Waterloo says there is no further threat to campus, but Hagey Hall, where the stabbings took place, is closed and all classes there cancelled. Omar.
All right, Heather, thank you. A joint police operation in Alberta led to the largest ever seizure of child porn material in the province's history. 8 people were arrested.
There's hundreds of people actively distributing child sexual abuse material on a daily basis.
Nearly 1 million videos and photos were found after an investigation spanning 3 months. Police say some of the victims depicted in the material were as young as 6 months. A Winnipeg man is facing numerous charges in a sexual extortion case spanning 4 provinces. 21-year-old Tongan Justin Tongan is accused of threatening to post intimate images sent to him by teenage boys and young men online unless the victims paid him money.
The ultimate destination of the funds is typically overseas, and that's what we're seeing in this instance as well.
Tongan faces 10 counts of extortion with victims in Alberta, Manitoba, Ontario, and PEI. Thousands of French security forces faced a second night of violent unrest after a 17-year-old was killed by police near Paris. Angry protesters burnt cars and shot fireworks at riot police after video of the incident was widely shared on social media. The footage shows a car stopped by 2 policemen. The driver tries to drive off and is shot at point-blank range. The French president called the teenager's killing unforgivable, and a homicide investigation is underway. We are learning more tonight about the deadly Russian missile strike on a popular pizza restaurant in the eastern Ukrainian city of Kramatorsk. Yesterday's attack killed 11 people, including 3 teenagers. And today, Ukrainian officials say they arrested a man accused of helping Russia direct it. CTV's Adrian Gobriel has more on the blast and the youngest victims.
The hollowed-out shell of a once bustling pizza parlor. Lost forever in the destruction, the lives of more innocent children, including 14-year-old twin sisters Yulia and Anna Aksenchenko.
At one moment, immediately came a very, 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 very hard boom.
Narrowly escaping with his life, a German charity worker managed to record this painful video just moments after the blast.
People running, everything dropping down, glass. It was extreme.
The restaurant was a known gathering place for journalists, aid workers, soldiers, as well as local residents. Russia's defense ministry claimed to have hit their intended target, a deployment of Ukrainian commanders. In his nightly address, President Zelensky proclaiming accomplices of a terrorist state must be treated as betrayers of humanity. This deadly attack in Kramatorsk is near the front lines. Each victim pulled from the rubble signals a reminder of what's at stake as Ukraine pushes forward with its counteroffensive.
They have not made sizable gains on their spring offensive.
Marked in red, this map shows the roughly 100,000 square kilometers of Ukrainian territory currently held by Russia. In blue is the land reclaimed by Ukraine since the spring offensive began on June 4th.
Ukraine's going to have to penetrate 10 to 20 kilometers anywhere to actually say they've made a major advance on this spring offensive, and they've yet to do that.
The increasing urgency comes less than 2 weeks before Prime Minister Justin Trudeau joins world leaders in Lithuania for the NATO summit, where mounting concerns from member nations over the volatile conflict will be front and center. Adrian Gobriel, CTV News, Toronto.
The Assembly of First Nations chiefs, who represent 900,000 First Nations people in more than 630 communities across the country, voted today to oust their leader, National Chief Roseanne Archibald. The AFN wrote in a statement late tonight the position of National Chief will remain vacant until an interim National Chief is selected, an election scheduled for December 2023. It's the latest chapter in a saga that has lasted at least a year. CTV's BC Bureau Chief Melanie Nagy has been tracking tonight's developments. Mel.
Omar, today's virtual meeting is being called unprecedented. In a specially convened online meeting, the Assembly of First Nations chiefs voted in favor, 71% in favor of ousting Roseanne Archibald as National Chief. This shocking development comes after months of controversy and questions about her leadership. Last year, senior staff filed misconduct complaints against Archibald. From there, an investigation was launched, and there was an attempt to topple her at the July 2022 Assembly in Vancouver. Throughout it all, however, Archibald has defended herself, calling any accusation against her false and a smear campaign for her efforts to launch a forensic audit at the executive level of the Assembly of First Nations. Some of the people who attended the meeting say the vote means Archibald has been stripped of her duties immediately. They also say it's been a very difficult process, but one that was necessary to get the Assembly of First Nations back on track. Now, the national organization will hold its next General Assembly in Halifax starting July 11th. Omar?
All right, Mel, thank you. Ottawa is trying to solve the nationwide shortage of doctors and nurses by using the immigration system. A new program was announced today aimed at giving healthcare professionals a faster route into the country. CTV's Sarah Plowman reports.
Joanna Aloysa Sig grew up in the slums of the Philippines, dreamed of a better life. She graduated top of her nursing class, worked, and set her sights on Canada. Paperwork and process slowed her down.
It was a waiting game for me to get here because I have to be approved by the College of Nurses.
That was more than a decade ago. Since May, Nova Scotia's nursing regulator has fast-tracked licenses for international nurses from 7 countries, including the Philippines. More than 10,000 have applied.
By the end of December, we will have over 5,000 approved for licensure.
Ottawa is targeting its immigration where labor shortages lie. A day after streamlining the process for the tech sector, the same is being done for healthcare workers.
Today we're going to be issuing 500 invitations across Canada to apply, and within about a week there will be 1,500 more.
It's expected to double the number of foreign healthcare workers entering through this federal program.
In no sector is a labor shortage more prominent than in the healthcare sector.
Sig says the pandemic put nurses under a lot of pressure. This offers hope.
We're in dire need of staff that would be helpful, especially me that I work in a long-term care, and we all know for a fact that Nova Scotia is an aging population.
The need is urgent across the country. The Minister of Health cited a report today that in 5 years, we could be short 44,000 doctors. Omar.
All right, Sarah, thank you. Coming up, a big score for Canada's Connor Bedard, plus an ancient painting and a modern-day pizza debate. The hockey world has been waiting for Canadian star Connor Bedard, and tonight he was taken first overall in the NHL draft. The Chicago Blackhawks chose the future star, though it seems general manager Kyle Davidson is not as recognizable.
Well, what's your name and where are you from? Kyle from Chicago.
Before the draft, Davidson was interviewed by a reporter who didn't know who he was.
Do you think that the league rigged the draft in favor of the Chicago Blackhawks? No. Pretty confident. I'm very confident.
Confident indeed. CTV's Kevin Gallagher on the big choice.
And with the first overall selection in the 2023 NHL Draft, the Chicago Blackhawks are very proud to select from the Regina Pats, the Western Hockey League, Connor Bedard.
There was no doubt Connor Bedard would go first in tonight's NHL Draft. Hockey fans and scouts have been blown away by the 17-year-old's dynamic play, though he doesn't listen to the hype.
I don't really look at any of that stuff. I think for me, I focused on being a better player every day.
As now Bedard coming back, nice move. That drive started as a young boy in North Vancouver. His talent and dominance was so apparent.
Here comes Bedard in a hurry.
He became the first player in the Western Hockey League granted exceptional status to play junior full-time as a 15-year-old.
Connor Bedard, he's in on a break win.
Where he delighted Regina Pats fans who gathered to watch the draft tonight. He's been compared to his idol, Sidney Crosby, and another Connor currently playing for Edmonton. McDavid is considered the best player in the world, setting high expectations for Bedard.
I've called him a generational player. So if you're a generational player, you have to fall into the superstar category. And I have no doubt that Connor Bedard will be a superstar in the National Hockey League.
Bedard back with it. Slides in again. Bedard clocks right in.
His ground-shaking talent was on display at the World Junior Championship, where he was named the MVP of the tournament, breaking Canadian records for points and assists, all while leading Canada to gold.
I'm not talking about myself right now. We're not talking about me. We just won the biggest tournament in the world.
Now Bedard will be the face of an Original Six franchise in the best league in the world. Kevin Gallagher, CTV News, Ottawa.
Still ahead. Madonna postpones her world tour after staying in the ICU. Madonna has postponed her world tour after spending several days in intensive care because of what her manager calls a serious bacterial infection. The 64-year-old fell ill on Saturday but is expected to make a full recovery. The tour was set to kick off in Vancouver on July 15th. Today is deadline day for the unclaimed $70 million lottery ticket. It was bought exactly a year ago in Toronto and is set to become the biggest unclaimed jackpot in Canada.
Potentially, someone did lose this ticket, and that's the most unfortunate part.
1,800 people have tried to claim the prize so far, to no avail. After the break, a delicious discovery and the debate about the origins of pizza. We leave you tonight with a discovery in Italy and a topic historians are sinking their teeth into. CTV's Geneviève Beauchemin explains.
From the ruins of Pompeii in Italy, an image has emerged, puzzling food lovers the world over. What do you think this is?
I think pizza.
That's expertise from Montreal, believed to be home to the oldest pizzeria in Canada, opened in 1948. But what looks like a pepperoni with extra cheese is part of a fresco on the wall of a home in the city destroyed by a volcano in 79 AD. That's some 2,000 years before pizza is said to have become a staple of Italian cuisine. It was made famous, at least legend has it in Naples, by a chef who prepared a pie for Queen Margherita of Savoy. He topped it with ingredients representing the three colors of the Italian flag: basil, mozzarella, and tomatoes. And so could this fresco's apparent anachronism add oil to the fire for those who dispute the popular pie's origins?
It could be like a flatbread with like cheese, which is essentially a pizza.
I kind of see more like a cinnamon bun, to be honest.
Some even say its roots are in Greece or elsewhere.
Some people say it comes from China, but I love the Italian concept.
And age-old tales aside, here those who know good pizza say the only secret is fresh ingredients.
It's a fresh dough we make the morning.
And after all, there's no need to rewrite the history of pizza, say archaeologists in Pompeii. Those are not cheese and tomatoes, they're fruits, nuts, and spices.
Si parla appunto di questi.
To the modern observer, this brings pizza to mind since we're near Naples, says Gabriele Zutriger. It's obviously not a pizza, but perhaps it could have been a distant ancestor. Still, the find is a slice of life, delighting historians. Geneviève Beauchemin, CTV News, Montreal.
Okay, I think it's time for a snack. And that's a snapshot of this Wednesday for all of us at CTV National News. Thanks for watching, and good night.